Alright, I figured I'd make an impromptu video. There's two questions that came up so far. One, which is not really even fitness related, is this. No, that's not vitiligo. I had a second-degree burn on my hand just after Christmas last year. It was really bad. It was an oil fire. Lost hair on my hand. My finger was all puffed up. It looked terrible for about 3 months. Anyway, not vitiligo. It was a burn. And this is what I'm left with. Second question was about how exactly I lost 100 pounds in 6 months doing the Atkins diet, because like I said before, I used to be 280 pounds and now I'm around 180. I usually fluctuate between 177 and 180. It's really simple. The way the Atkins diet works is that you limit how many carbs you take in, and that forces your body to burn your fat reserves for energy. So just to do the regular everyday things, you walk around, you pick up something to put it in your mouth and eat, you breathe. Everything takes energy to do these tasks. So the way the Atkins diet works is that when you eat too many carbs, your body stores it away as fat. So the Atkins diet forces you to use those fat reserves as energy. And the diet is in phases, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't get past the first phase, and here's why. Because the first phase is the strictest and hardest, well, everyone says hardest to do, because you limit your carb intake to 24 grams of carbs or less in a day. So I mean, if a piece of bread, like I don't eat white bread, but I believe white bread has around 10 carbs, maybe even 12. It's something like it has a lot of carbs for one slice of bread. So if you think you eat one sandwich, you've really killed how many carbs you can eat for that day, assuming you're doing the Atkins diet. But the flip side to that is that the more stricter phase of that diet is when you lose more weight faster. And what I did was, once I heard that, that's all I needed. That's all I needed to know. And I did the first phase of the Atkins diet for 6 months straight. And it's really not that hard. I mean, maybe if you're a vegetarian, it might be a little bit more difficult because you have to find more high protein alternatives without meat. But I'm not a vegetarian, so pretty much what I did was, and it's hilarious, to see people's reactions when I say this, is that I would literally get up in the morning. I'd make like three or four eggs and a pound of bacon and eat it. I mean, that was my breakfast. Lunch, I would, pretty much do like, I say spaghetti and meatballs, but no spaghetti. I would do the meat, whether it was meatballs or just sauce with meat and vegetables, and just have a big freaking bowl of it for lunch. And I might eat all of it at lunch. I may eat 2 meals of it or whatever. But anyway, the main meal that I ate during the day was that. Then when I got home, I eat steak or burgers or whatever else, just minus the carbs. And that includes soda and stuff. So for you people out there who think that you're going to do this diet and drink soda, you're going to fail at it. Soda's a no-no on any diet, and really you should limit your soda intake, period. Soda should be something that maybe you have on the weekends or whenever. Soda is really bad for you. So, I mean, that's pretty much what I did for 6 months. I mean, and there's a lot of play in there that you can do. You can do egg, you can do egg salad, you can do pretty much, as long as it doesn't have carbs in it or very little carbs, you can do it. But you have to be careful with things like fruit, because, although fruit is all natural and everything comes from the earth, it still has carbs in it because it's nothing but sugar. Even though it's natural sugar, so you have to stay away from a lot of fruit, and you have to be careful what vegetables you eat. But if you've researched the Atkins diet a little bit, just the first phase of it, you can find all that out. But the good news is that if you eat meat, you can do the Atkins diet and you can lose weight pretty fast. If you have some kind of health problem, or even if you're reasonably healthy, I would still just ask a physician because everyone's health circumstances are different. Ask your physician if this is something that you could do. Don't mention that you're going to only do the first phase of the diet. Just tell them that you're going to do the diet, and and then go from there. Um, and like I said, I lost 100 pounds in 6 months, and that was with no exercise because I physically didn't have I didn't have the energy to do exercise. You know, I work in the construction field, so I'm around roadways and guardrail all the time, and having to constantly go over guardrail. And when I was 280 pounds. When I was 280 pounds, you know, I just had to literally just lay on the guardrail and kind of roll over it. I mean, it was a really sad it was a really sad thing to watch. Um, Now I can get a 4 or 5 step away start and jump over it with both feet, and that's no problem. Um, but that's what I did with the Atkins diet. That's the very basics of how it works, how you can do it. And you know, for those of you who feel like you know you can wake up and eat bacon and eggs every morning, and you know, and whatever meat for lunch, you can even go to Burger King and get, you know, order your favorite meat, your favorite Whopper or McDonald's or whatever. Maybe not McDonald's, but you know, wherever you want to eat that's fast food, you know, there's meat, and then take the bone off of it, you know, and stay away from like dressing and stuff too. That usually has a lot of carbs and a lot of calories. So that's it for now. You know, if you have, if anyone else has any questions, you know, feel free to drop them in the comments. You can also drop me a message on my Facebook page, which is Incogfitness channel. You know, I had to use the first and the last name for Facebook, so you know, I just made it the same as the YouTube Incogfitness, and then channel is the last name. So just look that up if you want to. Just type me a message there, and you know, if I get any more interesting questions, I'll answer them here, and you know, that's it. All right, so till next time.